March is Traumatic Brain Injury Month, and in honor of that, I want to talk a little bit about a breakthrough that March is Traumatic Brain Injury Month. And in honor of that, I want to talk about a breakthrough for patients that have suffered brain injuries that helps them heal quicker and more thoroughly. And in our clinics, we treat a lot of back pain. Matter of fact, we treat all back pain. And some of our patients have experienced back pain as a result of a sports injury where they also suffered a brain injury, and patients that have been in car accidents that develop whiplash type symptoms and brain injuries as a result of their car accidents. And this breakthrough is about decreasing the inflammation or eliminating the inflammation so the brain and the body can heal. Because it's not good just for the brain, it's good for the whole body, and it's also very good for the back. And I've done videos about this for the back, but a lot of people don't understand that this is also good for your brain and helps eliminate brain symptoms. Now, very often with a trauma, we'll call it a car accident or a concussion, the brain will develop an inflammatory process. Like any other injury in your body, when you get tissues that are injured, inflammation is the natural result. It's a healing mechanism. It's very, very important for the healing of our body. But sometimes what happens with brain injuries is the inflammation does not resolve. And when you don't get resolution of the inflammation, you continue to have neurological problems because the inflammation is still present in the brain. Very common, unfortunately. And this breakthrough is about the resolution of inflammation or eliminating the inflammation. The discovery was made in the 80s, and it took sort of 30 years to sort of articulate all this, but they found that inflammation, once it starts, it doesn't naturally progress to where it eliminates on its own. That there's a sequence of events that must take place to resolve the inflammation. So there's an initiation phase where the inflammation starts as a result of the trauma, and we'll call it the brain trauma and or the spine trauma, and that there's a specialized pro-resolving mediators actually resolve the inflammation. They start the resolution phase. So there's two phases, initiation and resolution. And resolution is where the healing takes place. So what we have found with our patients, both with back pain, but more importantly, that had suffered trauma to the brain, is very often if you don't resolve the inflammation, it continues. And the initiation phase, when it continues, is destructive. Causes a breakdown of the tissue, causes a breakdown of the neurological system. And it's a slow, progressive breakdown over time. So if you're stuck in the initiation phase, it's destructive. The goal is to get you to the resolution phase, and that's where the true healing takes place. Now, with too much inflammation or unresolved inflammation, you'll develop neurological problems. Brain fog, slower mental speed, reduced brain endurance, and this is subtle brain inflammation. More advanced brain inflammation, and this is what we have with our patients, is they were getting very depressed. Matter of fact, back pain will make you very, very, very depressed. Well, there's an inflammatory process, both with the spine and with the brain, that when you resolve the inflammation, all these symptoms start to go away. Fatigue, depression, lack of motivation, sleepiness. And like I said, half of all back pain patients have depression. So it's this discovery that there is a phase of resolution of the inflammation, and that you can take this nutritional supplement to start this process of a resolution, which is where the healing takes place. This is the major discovery. Okay? Specialized pro-resolving mediators will resolve the inflammation in your spine and in your brain. So it's very good for neurological problems as a result of a trauma to the brain and or inflammation that's unresolved. And certainly in the case of depression, that is exactly what is happening. The key is to resolve the inflammation, but also get healing in the disc. So it's good for your brain, good for the disc. Again, March is Traumatic Brain Injury Month, and we wanted to do this video for those patients that have had the brain injuries or anybody else that has been suffering both with spinal pain and maybe some neurological symptoms, certainly depression. So you can go to totalbackpainrelief.com/SPM to access that product. We can have it delivered to you. Specialized Pro Resolving Mediators. Major breakthrough. That's it. TBI month, March.